Jai Shri Krishna, welcome back. Today we are reading chapter 68 and 69 in book 3 of the Ramayana. Chapter 68 is called Jatayu's Death. Rama, seeing that vulture who was thrown fiercely on the ground by Ravana, said to Lakshmana the following: "It is for my sake that this bird made efforts to fight the battle with the Rakshasa, and having been defeated by him, is about to give away his life. Oh, Lakshmana, he is suffering too much and is about to give up his life, which is difficult to give up, and as of now he appears blank, agitated, and not able to speak. Oh, Jatayu, if you have sufficient strength, talk to me again. Please, please tell me about the abduction of my Sita and how you have been struck down. For what reason has Ravana abducted that noble lady? What offense have I committed against him, based on which he has abducted her? How was that pretty moon-like face Sita when she was being abducted? And what did she tell at the time? Oh, great bird, please tell me. What is the form of that Rakshasa? How powerful is he? What did he do? Where does he live? Please tell me all that I am asking of you." That piteous bird, Jatayu, wailing in pain, addressed Rama in a low tone and spoke. "That king of Rakshasas, Ravana, assuming a magical form and producing a dust of wind and clouds, took her away through the sky route. My son, when I was completely tired, that Rakshasa cut off my wings, and taking Sita with him, traveled towards the south. O Rama, my life is resisting, and my sight is whirling, and I see golden osera roots grown on the treetops similar to root hairs. Rama, that Ravana has taken away Sita in the Vinda period, and it is known that things lost in this period later speedily join the owner, and that Ravana, without bothering about this, has taken her to lose her quickly. By abducting your darling Sita, the king of the Rakshasas is swallowing the hook just like the fish, and he will be destroyed quickly. There is no need for you to worry about the daughter of Janaka, for you will soon enjoy her company after killing the Rakshasa." When the vulture was conversing with an alert mind to Rama, blood mixed with flesh started flowing from him, indicating that he was truly dying. The king of the birds gave up his life, which was difficult to get, while saying, "Ravana is the son of Sage Visravas and the real brother of Kubera." As Rama, with folded hands, was requesting the bird, "Please tell me, please tell me," the soul of the vulture left its body and went to the sky. Then Rama put his head on the ground, and he stretched out his legs behind him, and he fell down. Seeing the mountain-like vulture with red eyes die, Rama, who was already in great sorrow, said to Lakshmana, "He lived happily for many years in this forest, where many Rakshasas live, and his life has been shattered here. Being extremely old, he has lived for many years, and now he is lying dead, for it is not possible to escape the dictates of time. Lakshmana, this vulture, which has done help to me, is dead, and was killed by the strong Ravana when he tried to help Sita. He forsook the land of vultures which belonged to his ancestors, and the king of birds has given up his life for my sake. Even among those born from the womb of animals and birds, you would be able to see good people who are followers of Dharma, valorous ones and protectors. The grief caused to me by the abduction is not as much as the grief caused by the death of this vulture for my sake. Like the famous king Dasartha of great fame deserves my worship, so does this king of birds also deserve it. You please collect firewood and I will generate fire by churning, as I wish to cremate the vulture king, as he died for me." Then Rama placed the body of the king of the world of the birds on the pyre, and said to his brother, "O son of Sumitra, I will burn him who was killed by a Rakshasa with great anger. O great and mighty eagle, please attain that status which is attained by those who perform yagnas, those who kindle sacrificial fires, by those who do not return back alive, and by those who give land as a gift. Purified by the fire that I have lit, please go and attain the incomparable heaven that you so deserve." After telling like this, Rama placed that god of birds on the funeral pyre and lit it, treating him similar to a relative who might have died. Then Rama, along with Lakshmana, went to the forest and killed a large, stately deer, spread it before the pyre, and offered it to the great bird. That famed Rama took out the flesh of the deer from its skin, made them into balls, and laid them on the lovely grass, and offered them to Jatayu. Then Rama chanted those mantras, which would be chanted by Brahmins who were sending a human to heaven. The sons of the king then went to the river Godavari and offered oblations of water for the sake of the king of the vultures. Thereafter, both of them took a funeral bath in the river and offered oblations of water as per the scriptures to the king of the vultures. That king of the vultures, having done a very difficult job which will bring fame in the battle, and was killed, by having been offered funeral rites as per scriptures, attained a holy and auspicious state. After offering water oblations to that great bird, after thinking about what had been told by the king of the birds, and fixing their minds firmly on the future course, the brothers entered the forest like Vishnu and Indra. Thus ends chapter 68. Chapter 69 is called Rama Meets Ayomukhi. Then both Rama and Lakshmana, after offering the oblations, started towards the southwestern direction in the forest searching for Sita. Both of them were armed with bows, arrows, and swords, and walked through the dense covered forest. With many trees, shrubs, and trees, which had grown and spread all over, the way appeared impregnable, difficult to travel, and dreadful. Those two very strong brothers forced themselves through the dense forest populated by elephants and lions with great speed and crossed the forest. Then later those two courageous men, after going about 11 kilometers from the forest, reached and entered the dense Kroncha forest. Tormented by the abduction of Sita, and eager to see her, both stopped here and there for a while in the forest, which was dense and looked like the formation of clouds of different kinds, and which was filled with many animals and snakes. Then the brothers went eastward, crossing the Kroncha forest, and they saw a very terrible forest near the hermitage of Matanga, filled with fearful animals and birds, and which had various types of animals, and densely grown great trees. And there the sons of Dasartha saw a cave filled with darkness, which was majestic like Patala. The brothers reached the cave, and not far from there saw a Rakshasi with a huge body and an ugly face. They saw a Rakshasi who was very scary, timid, nauseating, had a fearful appearance, had a big paunch, sharp teeth, was very old, was speaking undesirable words, was eating formidable animals, and had spread out hair. She came near them and saw Lakshmana, who was walking in front, and said, "Come on, let us enjoy love play." And she then held Lakshmana. After catching hold of the hand of Lakshmana and hugging him, she said, "My name is Ayomukhi, and I have been attracted by your heroic personality, and you will live with me. O valorous lord, for the rest of our lives we will wander over lofty hills, rivers, and sandbanks, making love all along the way." Lakshmana got very angry at this and took out his sword and cut off her ears, nose, and breasts. That Rakshasi had a gross appearance, ran off shrieking and shouting in a changed tone when her ears and nose were cut off, and went by the way she had come. When she went away, the brothers, both of whom were destroyers of enemies and had great luster, walked further and reached a dense forest. Lakshmana spoke to his brother the following words, while holding his hands in salutation. My strong shoulder is throbbing and my mind is agitated, and I feel these are undesirable omens, my brother. Therefore, heed my good words and advice, as I have no doubt that the period which is going to come would be full of perils, and I am perplexed by this. That Van Chulaka bird is making a sound which is extremely frightening, possibly indicating our victory in war. When both the brothers were further searching in the forest, a huge and tremendous sound, as if the forest were being broken, was heard by them. A huge wind appeared to completely cover the sky, and they heard a sound in that forest which appeared to fill the entire sky. When Rama, along with his brother, were trying to find out the reason for that sound, they saw a huge bloodied Rakshasa with a huge stomach. Then they saw a head and a necklace body, with a face on its stomach reaching them. That huge body was covered with hair, standing up like bristles, resembling a dark blue cloud, and was making the sound of a cloud. That one was having only one eye, which was glowing like fire on its forehead, and had huge eyelashes with reddish-brown color, and it was stretched broad and capable of seeing to great distances, while there was a huge mouth with huge teeth and a tongue licking its huge mouth. That dreadful one kept on eating lions, bears, deer, and elephants by taking them in by stretching his long arms, which were 2 miles long, with his hands catching and taking various animals, and also throwing them away from that huge form. He came near the brothers and stood blocking their way. Then both of them saw that Kabandha coming near them. His body was 1.5 miles wide. It was gross, and with his hands stretching 2 miles, he was frightening to look at. After completely spraying out his 2 great broad arms, he caught both the sons of the Raghu clan and hurt them with his strength. Both of them, in spite of their wielding huge swords and strong bows, and in spite of a very shining body, became helpless when they were seized by that strong one. Being a valorous hero, Rama was not pained much, but Lakshmana, being younger and not so well sheltered, was greatly worried, and with great disturbance in his mind he said to Rama, "O valorous one, see me being helpless and caught by this Rakshasa, and so leave me here and free yourself. It is my opinion that you give me a sacrifice to him and run away without being harmed, and attain Sita soon. Rama, when you get back to your kingdom belonging to our ancestors, and when you are ruling that kingdom, I desire that you remember about me." When Lakshmana told like this, Rama said, "O valorous one, do not be scared. It is proper for a hero like you to get worried." In the meantime, that cruel Kabandha, who was a great Rakshasa, in a voice similar to thunder, inquired to Rama and Lakshmana, "Who are you both, having shoulders like a bull and carrying huge swords and bows? Since you have reached this horrible place, you have become food to me. Being young, you can tell me the purpose of your coming here. You have reached the place at the correct time, as I am very, very hungry. Holding bows, arrows, and swords, both of you have entered my domain like bulls with pointed horns, and now it is not possible for you to be alive any more." Hearing those words of the bad Rakshasa Kabandha, with a dried up mouth, Rama said to his brother, "My brother, it is dreadful that from great difficulty we have progressed to even greater difficulty without finding my beloved, and it feels like we are nearing the end of our life. The great power of the god of time over a person is extremely evident, and now me and you have reached a point of great calamity. Lakshmana, The power of time on people is very great, and whether a person is valorous or strong or is knowledgeable in the use of weapons in war, they cannot stand the power of the god of time like barriers built with sand. Thus the very famous son of King Dasartha, who was stable in valor and truth, and who was determined to act with a steadfast mind, spoke these words on seeing the mighty, valorous Lakshmana, also in the grip of death. And thus ends chapter 69. And remember, they're gripped. That was hopefully the way I was reading it. It was like they were being squeezed. I just want to make a translation note. In the last few sentences I read, the god of time. There is actually a little note here that has death question mark. So it could be the god of death. It could be the god of time. Who knows what this is being translated from? I just mentioned that because for some of you hearing this, that may make a difference.